What is your biggest battle?
Still thinking about someone that I shouldn't be thinking of, and it's been 6 years. I was in a relationship with this person for 3 years. I know it sounds bad, but you kind of sometimes don't give up hope, and I don't think I've 100% moved on with my life. That person is still at the back of my mind, and sometimes I convince myself that I'm fine about it, but I don't think I am, and sometimes it's scary to think that I won't ever be.
Have you spoke to them about how you feel?
No, never. And no, I would never do that.
If you still feel this way, surely you should tell them.
Sometimes I think the truth is very overrated. I think we can all say, oh yeah, we can be honest, but sometimes I just think it's best to let it be. And he sees me as his best friend, and we were together for 3 years, but it's clearly over, and I just think that sometimes it's just best to let it go.
What is your...
I saw this clip on TikTok, and I hear this a lot sometimes where, I'm never going to get over this person, that I still love this person. I still have strong emotions for this person. It's been a lot of years. And I think a lot of times, and she said it also, where we haven't emotionally detached from that person. We haven't got to the point and really normalize that person. I think a lot of times we romanticize and make them like a hero of our own story, almost making them like the main character in a feature film that's about us and in our life. And I think a lot of times we get to points where we can't see a life without them because we have put them on such a high pedestal in our life, such a high pedestal in our mind and in our curses of our thoughts, that we can't fathom moving on or fathom an idea where we're going to be truly happy with somebody else or truly happy with ourselves, because we have already put in our mind that these person is going to hold this place in our lives forever. And I understand that there are circumstances that makes it difficult. I understand there are circumstances where I'm only going to love that person because that was the first one. And the reason why I say that our first love or this love is overrated is because it's not so much that that the people were amazing. I believe they were, but you're discounting how amazing you were in the relationship. You're discounting what made the relationship work, and the relationship was working, and what made the relationship work was partly because of you, partly because you had a belief system in them. You had an understanding how amazing this person was. I'm not saying that now you need to go into a mindset that this person sucks, you gotta demonize them. But I think we gotta get to a point where we can just sit back and just look at them from a standpoint of a human. They have mistakes and flaws like everybody else, and their mistakes and flaws and all these things is probably why we're not together, or probably why we don't mesh well. And I think when we get to a point where we can understand that we are parting ways with love, because I think letting go, as a lot of people say, you gotta let go, and that's a hard thing to do. But I think let go and let those people be their true selves is a form of love, right? Because if you truly love them, right, you want them to be happy, right, regardless if you're with them or not. I used to say that a lot, and that hurts. It's painful to be like, man, I don't know if I could love that person. But I think part of it is a little selfish because we don't want to deal with the pain and the emotion that comes with not ever talking to that person again or seeing that person again. But I think you gotta get to a point where it's gonna be easier if you just let it go and move on and realize there's somebody better out there that's gonna choose you first and wanna work through these problems with you, than romanticize somebody that's been gone for years or gone for months and they haven't chose you. And I think it's very important that we get to a point where we choose ourselves a lot of times after relationships, and work on ourselves a lot of times in relationships, and realize that we're all very important,
And just like that, y'all back to being strangers. Now when y'all walk past each other, y'all don't speak anymore. Now what they post on their story is none of your business, and now all you got is memories. Got that little widget on your home screen, it pop up a picture of y'all from 6 months ago. Now your stomach and your ass again. What a drug love is, gang.
It's It's a sad day when you see your ex out again in public and y'all act like y'all don't know each other. Y'all act like y'all didn't have shared experiences, that you haven't told them about your dreams and goals. She haven't told you about your dreams and goals, or he, and how y'all almost was basically planning a life together, talking about marriage, talking about the things that y'all want to do when y'all grow up and how you want to do these things with that person. And along the line, somehow the relationship ends. Somewhere along the line, this person knew all your intimate thoughts about you, and now that person takes those memories and those thoughts about you and leaves. And then you see them out with other people or another person or enjoying themselves, and it brings a level of heartache or a level of sadness and pain, because you're no longer in the area or the field of what makes them happy anymore. And it's a sad thing. My point is that in life, I saw this one time. It was like in life that it's like a book, right? And you have to flip the page and get to the next page and get to the next chapter, right? That was just a part of the story. That was just part of the chapter. That was just part of that chapter to make the book whole, right? And I think a lot of times it sucks that you want to be part of this person's life forever, but I think we're not getting to the good parts where you're gonna meet a lot more great people that's gonna fill that void, and you're gonna get to a point where it's like, I can't believe that I almost missed out on that. And I think a lot of people miss out on opportunities when meeting new people and opportunities, because we're still holding on to that great pain that came with that person. And I think a lot of people, when we talk about our first love, is that, man, I wasn't going to love a person like that and love somebody like that and really care for somebody like that. I'll never have that again. You will, just be different, right? It just, your first love is a whole lot of emotions, right? Because your first time falling in love, and then it's going to be your first time going through a heartbreak. I just hope that doesn't happen, which comes with a lot of emotion, right? So much emotion, right? So much love, and then so much pain is tied to that person. And you think, I have so much emotion for this person, so I can never love, I can never get that again. And I hope that you don't get that again, because love is steady. Love is choosing somebody over and over and over again. And we got to remind ourselves that that person then chooses over and over again. Chose it sometimes, right? It then chooses every time. And that's the painful part. It then chooses every time. And that's the up and down emotion, right? Because somebody that cares about you, that loves you, that truly loves you, won't want you to see you going up and down emotionally, right? So next time when you think about seeing that person in public as a stranger, just know that that person didn't choose you every time. You should choose yourself every time. And there's somebody out there that's going to choose you every time. And that's the person that truly, truly loves you with all they being. And I hope that finds you.